Anthony, there seems to be a lot of confusion sort of around the Fresh Start program, and people don't understand if they qualify for that. So what can you tell me?
Well, I can tell you the confusion is certainly understandable. There's a lot of people advertising it. I think I even get spam about the IRS Fresh Start program, whether or not I'm qualifying. I don't have a tax problem, so they're just sending it out to everybody. If you're getting it, so if you do have a tax problem and you're getting spam, it's just a coincidence. They actually don't know. So the question, do I qualify for the IRS Fresh Start program? Well, it's not quite the right question to ask because the IRS Fresh Start program isn't really a program. What it is guidelines for existing programs, such as penalty abatement, installment agreements, lien requests, lien release requests, and offer and compromises. So the program encompasses a lot of changes the IRS made to existing programs. It was a little bit of a marketing effort by the IRS to get people to come clean during a horrific economic downturn where most people, the IRS can't really get blood from a stone. So it's really to entice people to come forward, to come clean. Now, so that we know it's just guidelines. But so the question should be, how do I qualify for the pre-existing programs under the Fresh Start guidelines?
Got it.
And there are two critical things, no matter what you're doing. Number one, you need to be current. Okay, and by current, what that means is that your withholdings are correct for the current tax year, so that when you file whatever year we're in right now, when you file that return April 15th or October 15th, you won't have a balance due. Okay, and that's critical because if you have a balance due, whatever thing you did with the IRS, you defaulted it, and they're not going to want to give you a break if they know you're going to default the same thing and be back in their collection queue. The idea is to get you out so they don't have to deal with you. The second thing is that you need all your returns filed that are required to be filed. What returns are required to be filed is a very long podcast that wouldn't probably answer everything. So that's really the other thing. So if you're unfiled for certain years, you have to file the right years. Doesn't mean you need to go back 10 years, usually. Usually it's a limited amount of time you have to go back. So ancient history, and there are a lot of people who haven't filed taxes in 10, 20, 30 years. Well, we don't need to worry about a lot of that stuff, more the recent stuff. So whatever's required to be filed, now you're current and you're filed. Now you can see, do you qualify for a IRS first-time penalty abatement? Well, maybe. Well, now maybe they'll look at the merits of that. Do you qualify for an IRS offer and compromise under the Fresh Start guidelines? Well, that's a big topic right there. But at least you're able to get into it. And do you qualify for an installment agreement that allows a longer payback time and may avoid any federal tax lien from being filed? Well, maybe now you can qualify for it. So that is everything we need to know about qualifying for the IRS Fresh Start Program guidelines.
Got it. There is a lot more information on IRSMedic.com if you still have questions, and there are a lot of questions about the Fresh Start programs. Don't forget to like this video below. You can also leave questions or comments, and we'll get back to you. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more awesome tax info. IRSMedic, the law offices of Parent, and Lien LLP. Real tax attorneys for tough tax problems.